Hey guys, Funsho here from We Coach Crypto, and I'm bringing you cryptocurrency videos and educational content all about the crypto space. So if you're new here, make sure you have hit the subscribe button to make sure that you get notified for future videos. For those of you that normally follow me, let's get into the video today. It's just going to be a general market update and also to talk about mindset with portfolios. Now, guys, we're on a mission to help 1 million people understand cryptocurrency. And the way that we do that is with our free Crypto Academy. It's on Discord. It is packed with all the useful tools and resources that you need to make sure that you're one step ahead in the crypto market. And it will help assist you with the investing choices that you make. So if you're not already a part of the Crypto Academy, click the link in the description and join. It's completely free. You've got nothing to lose, everything to gain. And last night, honestly, was one of the funniest nights in our Crypto Academy. I had a brilliant time in there. Some of the lads had me in absolute stitches. We were all talking about portfolios, and that's something that I'm going to be coming on to after we've checked through and looked at the prices of Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market, which we'll get into now. Right, so as things stand, we've had a nice move over the last 24 hours. Okay, the whole crypto market is up by 7% in the last 24 hours. Okay, the market cap is trying to push towards that 1 trillion mark again. We're at 995 billion at the moment. Okay, now price of Bitcoin back above that important 20k. Okay, you can see here on the right hand side, we had a big push and it's sort of working its way down, doing a little bit of consolidation at the moment. We'll see what happens. We're keeping a close eye on this. There's so many fake outs. And if I'm honest, the market has been so boring the last sort of couple of months. You need a big move. We need to see like 25, 30k Bitcoin, or we need to see sub 17k Bitcoin for me to be like, okay, there's something seriously popping off in the crypto market. But as things stand, not a lot of movement with Bitcoin. It's, 20k, 19k, 18k, 21k. It's just constantly in that same sort of region. But as a move for 24 hours, 6.8% is pretty good. But, here's over double. Ethereum is back above over $1,500, up 13, nearly 14% on the 24 hour. It's up nearly 18% for the week. Okay, BNB is one I've got a very close eye on at the moment. I think that this for long-term portfolio is a great coin to have in your portfolio, and it is destined to perform. You're talking about the native token for the world's largest crypto exchange, and they have got so much money. Like, Binance are not a company you need to worry about throughout the bear market. They've got funding for days. They are also part of so many initiatives and funds. They have got huge partnerships. They're working with Ronaldo, the biggest star in football. They have got the money to grow everything that they touch. So Binance Smart Chain, even though it had that hack and it had a bit of a sell-off with the coin, that is something that they've already put right. They've identified it. It's sorted. I think that there is a lot of room for growth here. And XRP, so 46 cents, so 4% for the 24-hour. Cardano's at 40 cents, so 13%. So we've got some decent moves in the market. Solana, $31, up 11%. So look, these numbers sound great. Up 11%, up 13%, up nearly 14% on the 24-hour. But just remember where we are, okay? Solana, $31, been at $260. Bitcoin, $20,600, been at $69,000. So these numbers are not overly impressive to me as of right now, okay? We need to see the whole market have a huge bullish move for me to be like, okay, bull run's back on, everyone throw all your money into crypto. But as things stand, guys, it's a nice little move, but nothing that's completely blowing me away. And I'll keep you guys updated as to anything huge that takes place in the market that I think you should have your eye on. There is one project that I wanted to mention to you guys that I've been doing some further research into as well, and that's Toncoin. And that's had a really nice move, up 45% on the 7-day. They've just recently got listed on KuCoin, but this project looks good to me. And I mean, it's in the top 30 nearly as a project. You know, this has come from nowhere and exploded. It's got decent market capitalization on it, and definitely one to watch. Quant as well. This has been awesome. You should keep an eye on that. It's pulling back at the moment because it had a massive push earlier in the week. This is another one that you guys should keep your eye on and have on your radar. And yeah, let's come on to portfolios, guys. I want to talk to you about this. Okay, so guys, one of the things that I want to talk to you guys about, and you know who you are, is portfolio housekeeping. Now, I had a really good laugh and joke in the Crypto Academy last night about the different people that have got 20, 30 plus projects that they've bought into that are part of their portfolio. Now, I'm not saying that there's a right or wrong way of doing this. I just think that you've got to approach it in a manner where you have total control and an understanding of everything that's going on with what is inside of your portfolio. And the more projects you add to that portfolio, the more difficult that task is going to become. So I gave an analogy in the Crypto Academy last night, and that was based upon a football team and a football manager. Okay, so imagine you're the manager. You've got 11 players. They're all on the field and you're keeping an eye on them, watching them. Then you've got 4 or 5 substitutes. Now, they're all of these are your projects, right? And the 11 that are on the pitch are the ones that you're most heavily invested in. The 4 or 5 that are on the sidelines, they might be higher risk, or you might have just put less money into them and you're starting to build positions into them, or they're up and coming projects and they're not 100% solidified in the market yet, right? That is how I would handle a portfolio, because you think about all the news that comes out with these projects, whether it's positive or negative, right? You've also got to keep an eye on the market in general anyway. You've got to keep an eye on the macro markets as well, and the macro environment and everything else that's going on, you know, from a political standpoint, war, you know, all the debt, everything that's going on. It's a lot, and it's too much to juggle if you then put another 20 or 30 projects onto that same pitch. How are you meant to? It's just going to be crazy, you know, for you to try and keep a close eye on it and understand whether you need to swap somebody out and put somebody in, or go heavier in one place, or get rid of a player altogether and sell them, and then bring someone new in. People get attached to the projects that they buy because they sound great. You know, I'm partly to blame. I'm going off finding these great projects and bringing them to our team and explaining what they do and what my expectations are of what these projects are likely to do in the future. And people see that and then they're like, wow, that sounds great. I'm going to go and get some. Now, if you do that every single time, and I'm constantly putting all these different up and coming projects, and, you know, people are just buying them, you're going to end up with 50, 100 different projects you're invested into. And one of them might do extremely well one day, and it's gone up by 30%, 400%, 1,000x. There's all sorts of things that could happen. And you don't spot it because you've got too many things. This one's on that exchange, that one's on that exchange, that one's on PancakeSwap. You forgot to add some of them to your portfolio tracker, so you didn't understand what the total valuation was. You haven't checked on it in a while. The kids were doing your head in one day. You had a really long work day. You were away on holiday. Life happens, okay? And the more projects that you guys get into, okay, the harder it's going to be to control. And there'll be a moment that you'll live to regret if you go too crazy with how many you're buying, because you'll miss the boat on one of them. Okay, I've seen it happen before, and that happens on the up and on the down as well. Might be that a piece of news comes out and there's starting to be a cascading sell-off in a particular project because their blockchain was attacked and hacked, or a wallet was drained, or anything like that, right? You need to know about this stuff as quickly as possible and act upon it to protect yourself. And that's from on the downside. On the upside, you want to take profit. If you've got a project that you've only put a small amount of money into, high risk, and it's gone up by 400%, you want to know about that and act upon it to be able to take that money and then reinvest it in the right places with more quality type projects in your portfolio to further strengthen it as it continues to go along long term. But you're going to really struggle, guys, those of you that have got like 20 plus projects, unless you are extremely, and I mean extremely organized. You know, you've got to be following every single social account for these projects so that you know what's going on. Okay, you need to make sure that every single project that you own is on a portfolio tracker so that you can check it daily, multiple times a day, to see what the movement is on the overall balance. If you notice a significant move, you can quickly identify what project it is and then find out what the situation is and act upon it efficiently. Then you've also got automating your sell orders, right? So the whole point, which we give to all of our team, and they all know, okay, all of our clients, you have your profit taking strategy sheet. Take advantage of that, right? You want to have all of your projects listed, all of your entry prices, what your first take profit price will be, your second, your third, etc., what the percentages are, what platforms it's on, and then go on there and set all of your sell orders. Then you're fully automated. You can sit back and relax from that perspective and just keep an eye on the news and what's going on in the market and act if you need to. But just imagine how difficult that's going to be if you're handling like 30 plus projects. And yes, there is on the other side of the fence the fact that you might have 30 projects now and think, do you know what? He's talking sense, and cut that down by 50%. And 15 of those projects you now no longer own. Now, yes, later down the line, one of those or multiple of those 15 might have a moonshot and fly up in value, and you're going to be like, oh, I own some of that, I'm gutted. You know, I get that, but you've got to think control, sensibility, and you know, being able to effectively manage your portfolio with less stress and more understanding of what's going on with each one. The amount of people that have bought projects and I say, okay, explain to me what it is, and they can't. It just sounded good to them, you know, or they give you a very brief, you know, it's a layer one competitor to Ethereum. It's like, you need to understand what you're investing in properly. And if you've got 30 plus projects, that's a lot to understand, you know? So just be aware of that, guys. I wanted to put it out there. It is important. I've seen it happen. I've been there before. And, you know, unless you've got some insanely good, you know, management skills, you're going to find it really hard. I mean, it's a full-time job to do something like that. And if you have a full-time job and also are doing crypto, how can you be doing it effectively without spending all of that time to, you know, really understand everything that's going on with each project? So try and think about it like that. Football mentality, guys. 15, 16 max is all you need. You can get exposure to multiple areas in the space that are going to see significant growth. You can cover layer ones, you can cover metaverse, you can cover play to earn, you can cover DeFi. You know, there's loads of areas you can cover, and just have 2 or 3 projects from each. You know, if it's high risk and brand new, don't go so heavy. Go a little bit lighter with what you're spending, and your projects that are a little bit more solidified and have got fantastic partnerships, have been around for longer, have got a lot of hype around them, go a little bit heavier into those ones. But, you know, pick your timing as well, guys. It's like everyone at the moment's like, it's broke, you know, Bitcoin's broken now. Is that it? Is the bull, you know, bear market over? We're off to the moon again. This for me isn't the time where you go all in. This is the time where you get full confirmation what's actually taking place in the market. And let's see, you know, historically, going back for the last few months, what kind of impact, you know, the Fed rate hikes and these talks and everything that's been going on recently that has affected the market. We've been up and down like a yo-yo. Okay. So for me, this is not the time to go all in crypto. This is a time to continue to accumulate, but make sure you've got a substantial amount of liquidity there on the sideline to take advantage of a black swan event, a further sell-off, more capitulation. I think we've got more capitulation on the way. Okay, just telling you from what I've felt and been through before, this market hasn't been through enough pain yet. You know, when everyone's like, I've had enough, I'm getting out of crypto, this is a complete waste of time, you know, Bitcoin's dead, everything else is dead. Once we get that real pain where nobody wants anything to do with this anymore, that's when the bottom's hit. But I don't think we've felt that. You know, what happened with Luna and, you know, Terra Labs and 3 Arrows Capital, and, you know, that was like a 50-60% crash for me. That's how that felt. Does it not a 90-80% crash, which, you know, I've felt those, and they hurt a damn sight more than what we've felt so far. So, you know, I'm not someone that's like a mega bear for the market. I'm one of the most bullish people for this market you will ever meet. You know, the technology for me has blown me away. I know where this is going. I know what kind of impact it's had already. I've been there and seen all of that development and infrastructure being built, and these banks and hedge funds coming in and getting involved, and the boom of DeFi and the boom of P2E and all of these different metaverse, all these things coming along. It's fantastic to see, and we are going places. But, you know, it's not any different to me when I look at the entire macro space and go, the economy's screwed. Okay, we've got a war that potentially could go nuclear. We have got a hawkish Fed that keeps raising rates. We have got inflation. We've got collapse in fiat currencies, and it's risk-off assets at the moment. Okay, we've had a pandemic. You know, it's gone from COVID to monkey flu or whatever it's called, monkey pox. You know, there's just stuff going on left, right, and centre. You know, and for me to think that the bottom's in and we're off to the moon now is just not sensible as an approach. Like, we need to be a little bit more measured and go, okay, let's take our time. Let's see how this goes. You know, if we see Bitcoin going to, you know, 25K, 30K, yeah, that'll prick my ears up a little bit more and I'll pay some more attention to it. But until it does, we're just bouncing around in no man's land still. You know, yeah, we've had that big long line that we finally broke. That doesn't mean a thing unless it can carry on up. You know, we've been waiting for a major move. I don't see this as a major move. This is a small move. Okay, it's only a little move that we've seen Bitcoin do here. So yeah, a break of 17.5K, a break of 25K. That's the kind of thing that I want to see. Then I'm going to start moving some capital myself, either from an accumulation standpoint, buying into projects with Bitcoin sub 17.6K, or it will be buying the breakout over 25K Bitcoin price, as long as it's found some support and is looking healthy and other macro things are starting to improve too. But for me, I don't think that's going to necessarily be the case this side of Christmas, if I'm honest. But we'll see. We'll see. It's all speculation at the moment. But I hope you guys have taken some knowledge from what I've shared with you today. I apologize that I've not had as much content out there. I haven't been well. I've been crazy busy working on something that you guys are going to be blown away by. And also the market's just been pretty dead, if I'm honest with you. So I've just been looking at other projects and seeing what opportunities are out there to be able to provide to you guys, which will be coming very soon. But I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Please make sure you give the video a thumbs up if you've liked it. Share it with anyone that you think would find it useful. And remember, it's free to join our Crypto Academy. All you've got to do is click the link in the description. Anyway, guys, take care. Catch you in the next one.